Trust me guys, this is the most happiest vlog I've ever done. Okay. Hello guys, welcome to another vlog. This is Ashish Mathew. Ellargu namaskaralu. It is 12 a.m. June 1st. The latest protocol for the interstate traveler to Karnataka has been launched. I've just got the update and here is it for you guys. There is a lot of positives, a lot of good news for all you guys stuck outside. Here we go. Here's a video for you guys. One, mandatory registration of yourself in SEVA SINDHU portal is a must. But the best part here is no need of approval. Even for your flight, buses, train as well as by road. If you're coming in your car, no need of any kind of an approval. Alright, but make sure that you provide your name, address and phone number. One single phone number cannot have multiple registration unless you're coming with a family. Main point to be noted here. As well as for the business travelers who are coming to Bangalore to meet your friends or your family members, make sure that you're entering the name, address and the phone number of the person whom you're meeting. And for people who are actually going through a transit, you can actually, I've told this before as well, you can actually mention the destination state as that particular place where you're actually going on transit. Okay, this is point number 2. Okay, 100% health checkups are going to be provided in the borders, airports, railway station as well as bus stands. Okay, this is a must, and 14 days of home quarantine you're supposed to follow with a stamp on your hand which says that this is the date you're entering. Until this particular date you will be at home. Point number 3, quarantine norms. Okay, anybody who's entering Karnataka from any state found symptomatic, for sure you will be kept 7 days of isolation in hospital or any other kind of institutional quarantine, followed by 7 days of home quarantine. There will be definitely a test provided when you enter there. If you found positive, go ahead with isolation. If found negative, no further test is needed. Point number 4, the most important point, Maharashtra is the only state which has been identified as a high-risk state as per government of Karnataka. Okay, so anybody who is coming from Maharashtra will be kept under 7 days of institutional quarantine. So I'm just coming ahead with the further rules as well. Now, if you are found asymptomatic, if you're traveling from Maharashtra, 7 days of institutional quarantine and 7 days of home quarantine. There are exceptions. Probably this time the exception list have been a little changed. Okay, so let me just tell you what are the exceptions. Pregnant ladies, number 1. You have children below 10 years. Elderly people, senior citizen, it was 80. Okay, fantastic you guys have done, because now the senior citizen age is 60 and above. Anybody who's 60 and above will come under the exception category. And the 4th one, death in family. 5th one, you have some medical illness, terminally ill. And 6th one, yeah, if there is some kind of a medical emergency. So these are the exceptional cases. And 14 days of home quarantine, these guys will not go through 7 days of institutional quarantine. All the people, all the travelers from Maharashtra, if you want to escape your institutional quarantine, here is one way of doing it. Please get a COVID negative test certificate from an ICMR approved lab, which is not more than 2 days old from the travel date. And definitely ask for a 14 days of home quarantine. Please note this. You can surely escape your institutional quarantine by doing this process. Business travelers from Maharashtra, okay, so make sure that you show them the proof or the ticket which shows that you will be returning back to Maharashtra within 7 days. And also you need to mention the person whom you're going to meet. This is how you can actually escape the institutional quarantine or any other quarantine. But this is a rule, okay, for any business traveler, definitely you need to have this particular ticket which shows that within 7 days you're returning back to Maharashtra. Here there's a catch for the business traveler as well. Okay, you need to have the COVID negative test certificate, okay, from the ICMR approved lab, and you got to show it to them not more than 2 days, okay, from the date of travel. If you don't have, you will be kept under 2 days of institutional quarantine. They would do a test for you and then they would actually allow you to go ahead. All will be done in your own cost, okay? And there won't be any kind of a seal or a stamp of home quarantine or any kind of a quarantine for business travelers. Obviously, for the people who are coming from Maharashtra by road, okay, the reason why I'm telling Maharashtra is that is the main, a state which has been considered as high risk. If you're coming by road, definitely you need to provide the address of the person whom you're going to meet, okay? This is a perfect mandatory for you. All the other things continues. You need to have a negative COVID test certificate from an ICMR approved lab. So for the transit travelers from Maharashtra, definitely your ticket should not be more than 1 day in transit, okay? So you land on 29th, for example, you land on 29th, you got to travel on 30th for the next onward journey, okay? And if you're coming by road, definitely you need to provide the address and the address proof of the person whom you're going to meet, okay? And there will be a seal on your hand which says that he is a transit traveler. Point number 5, and the most expected norm from most of you people out there. I guess you must be really happy. Anybody who's entering from any other state other than Maharashtra will go through a 14 days of home quarantine. Obviously, if you develop any kind of a symptom, you need to go ahead and do a COVID test. That is for sure. Travelers from the other state will be following the same norm what Maharashtra was doing it. For example, you need to actually show the return ticket or the return travel, which has to be within 7 days of your journey. And people who are coming by road, you need to actually show the address proof of the person whom you're going to meet, okay? And make sure that you're returning back within 7 days to the state where you came from. The important point here is it is not required for you to have any kind of a COVID negative certificate from an ICMR lab. People who are coming from other state, but from Maharashtra, you need to have it definitely. All right. And for the business traveler, you won't have any kind of for the transit travelers from any other state, you need to show the ticket of your flight or train, which shows not more than 1 day. If you're getting down on 29th, obviously 30th, you need to actually go to the next state, okay? 1 day of transit, that is the max you can have. The transit travelers from any other state to Karnataka, you should show the ticket of your flight or the train, which is not more than 1 day, okay, in transit, so that you can actually continue with your journey. And if you're coming by road, you need to show the address proof of the person whom you're going to meet, and there will be a stamp on your hand which says transit travel. Last but not the least point, those of you guys who are actually going to have a 14 days of home quarantine, make sure these are the points, okay? There will be a stamp or a seal which is there on your door which says that you're on a 14 days of home quarantine, and 2 or 3 of your neighbors will be informed that these guys are in quarantine. Make sure you guys are at home, because there will be a lot of flying squads from the COVID team roaming around your house if you're actually roaming around. If suppose you're found, you're just hanging out or you're just going out to buy something, there will be an FIR registered against you. So please make sure that 14 days of home quarantine is maintained. So trust me guys, this is the most happiest vlog I've ever done, okay? Because people who are coming from any other state except Maharashtra will not have to go through a institutional quarantine. And on the other side, people who are coming from Maharashtra, if you have a negative test certificate from an ICMR lab, you can actually exempt, or you can escape your quarantine. That is your institutional quarantine. So I guess this is the most happiest news which I've ever seen. And almost now it is 12:15. Okay, so I guess this is one of the best ever thing I've ever done. Okay, I'm so happy for all you guys out there. Thank you so much for watching this particular video. Do share it to all your friends who are actually stuck outside. Okay, and if you like the video, please do subscribe my channel. Share it to all your friends. Thank you so much. I can't say good night because it is early morning. So anyway, good morning, and Jai Karnataka Mate, Bharat Mata ki Jai. Safe journey.